We are back, baby. We are back. We're back. Classic.
YouTube, what's up? It's been a minute. Feels good to be back on the vlog here. It's currently Friday night at 8:14, and y'all know how I do it. Sometimes after a Friday at work, it's been a long week, clearly sleep deprived if you can't tell under the immense amount of bags, under the bags on my eyes. I took a nap after work, and now it's time to hit the gym. So we have a push session number 2 for the week, and it's gonna go down at American Muscle Factory down in Greenwood, Indiana, very close to Indianapolis, Indiana. Love that gym. You've probably seen some content from AMF in the past if you've been following me for a while, but if not, it's probably one of the best bodybuilding, if not the best bodybuilding scene in Indianapolis. So very excited to take you all through the push workout. And man, I just want to catch you all up a little bit on what's been going down as I eat this pre-workout meal. So you already know, if you're a fan of the channel, the pre-workout pancake is my shit. I'm just gonna chew on the pre-workout pancake and in between bites, talk a little bit about what's been up in life and, you know, why I've taken a little bit of a step back from YouTube and how I plan on approaching it going forward. So the last time I made a YouTube video was the review of the RP Hypertrophy app. And man, that video popped off. Like, I think it's around 12 or 13,000 views, tons of engagement. I really appreciate everyone that followed my channel from that video. And I can't wait to do more stuff like that, more talking head videos, more delving into the intricacies of hypertrophy training, and not only taking a real staunch scientific side like I've done in the past, but also integrating some of life into that mix of the science, because there's an art and a science to bodybuilding. So where have I been since that video? I actually started a 9 to 5. It was my first like corporate big boy job. Man, I'm really enjoying it. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I built a personal training studio. I went from that to working with a chiropractor that was great here in Indianapolis and developing my content and my online coaching business. But man, security is important. And having consistent pay with benefits has been a huge stress relief off of me. I do feel like I kind of gave up on my dreams sometimes, and I will address that in another video. But for all intents and purposes, I'm really happy now. Honestly, like the least stressed and happy I've been in a long time. I do have this creeping feeling in the back of my mind that I did give up, but I'm still working through that. So sorry to get serious on you guys. You all know that I'm like generally pretty goofy and happy, but just some of the things that I've been thinking about. Still hitting the gym super consistently. That's one thing that's never gonna leave unless some big changes happen. So that's been great. And honestly, since then, I've really fallen in love with training, because training is such a good way to break up the monotony of corporate America. You're sitting in front of a screen for 8 hours a day. And yeah, like I'll go out and take some walks during my breaks and, you know, try to be active during lunch, but that catches up to you. Being able to move your body and just concentrate your mind on something slightly different has been huge for me. And I really hope that if you're watching this and you're in a similar situation, you can apply that as well. But with all that being said, I have some pretty big goals for 2024 that I want to put out in the ethos. Is that the right term? Oh! I want to put it out there so that I have some accountability. So let's talk fitness. Right now, I'm currently on a mini cut. Even though I'm eating this pancake, trust me, I accounted for it. With that being said, I want to get a little bit leaner as I'm bulking, because I need to put on size, I need to put on mass. It's important to run a mini cut every once in a while just to make sure you don't get too fat. As far as content goes, I want to keep putting out content on a regular basis, try not to get too bogged down with life, and make it fun. For a while there, it felt like a chore, and that's never good for any type of work. So making content, helping people, and having fun with it is the big goal there. And I do really want to step on stage in 2024. It's not going to be perfect. Nothing's ever great the first time around, but having the exposure and experience to natural bodybuilding is something that I want to put myself in front of this year. And professionally, with my coaching business, I want to take a little bit of a step back, do a little bit less general one-on-one clients, really focus on my competitors, whether it be powerlifting, bodybuilding, any type of other people with serious ambition. That's what I want to focus on this year. I also really do enjoy finance. I've learned so much, and it's really like applicable, great information that I can use and over time help others achieve their financial goals as well. Very similar to like personal training and helping people with various financial goals. So I'm seeing that parallel. I want to continue to develop that, and I want to get a subscription service rocking with the app that I currently use to deliver programming to my current clients. And I want to get a subscription service to make coaching and programming a little bit more cost effective for those who don't want to pay for a dedicated coach. So that's what I got. All right, guys, so we finished off the pancake and I'm about to take a little non-stim action. I don't actually have a non-stim pre-workout right now, but I do have these nitric oxide booster pills. Not to be confused with those pills that you find in your dad's dresser drawer. But yeah, it's gonna be a later night and I wanna get to bed at a decent time, hopefully before midnight. So no stems for me, but yeah, can't wait to get this push day underway. Let's head to the gym. What is up, everybody? Post-workout Dave coming at you. Just wanted to recap this push day. It was a pretty quick but super effective workout. So let's go over the nuts and bolts here. I always like to start off a push day with some type of fly, and that's because I'm kind of pre-exhausting my chest by doing this. I found this new Matrix pec deck or chest fly machine at American Muscle Factory. It was super smooth and my chest just got absolutely nuked off of this machine. It felt amazing. Big controlled eccentric here. Y'all know me. Y'all know the way I train. Control that lowering aspect of the movement. Get that deep stretch. I'm typically going to be one that sets this machine to a deeper and bigger range of motion than most. And I mean, I think the results are speaking for themselves and made some good progress since I started adapting this training style. Now, you might be wondering, why is your finger kind of hanging off of this, Dave? I actually cut my finger very badly to the point where I had to go to the emergency room on Christmas, and it's still healed up. It's getting there. It's almost 100% healed up. So keeping it straight is going to prevent that from reopening. So that's why you're going to see me doing this throughout the workout, but pushing very close to 0 reps in reserve here. Felt good about this set, pushed myself hard, getting this workout started in the right way. Then we moved it right along to the Strive chest press. And man, I honestly got a little nostalgic as I hit this movement. This machine used to live in Peak Fitness. If you've been following me for a while, Peak Fitness was an absolute era. Missed that gym and all the memories that were made there. But I'm glad this machine is at a new home where it's getting good use. Really like that you can adjust where the load is emphasized here. So big emphasis on challenging my muscle in the stretch or lengthened position. Also, you can change the range of motion, as you can see on the handles, to make it deeper or less deep range of motion. So super versatile machine here. Really glad that it's getting some good use at American Muscle Factory. And man, I do feel pretty good about my my ability to push towards failure here. I mean, as we're going through, I was training pretty hard. This was week 4 of the mesocycle, so I think I got the job done, you know. Moved it right along to my 1 tricep movement for the day. I have 2 on my other push day, just 1 today, and that was the Life Fitness machine dip. And this one, once again, nukes my triceps. I do this a little bit differently than a lot of people to try to hit my triceps better. And what I mean here is, other than my one time for the 1 times up, you can see that I'm letting my elbows travel back, and that's getting a deeper stretch on my triceps. I'm not going as deep as possible because when I try to raise that implement up all the way, I get a little weird sensation in my shoulder. So always train within ranges of motion that are going to be comfortable for your joints and don't make you feel like you have any risk of injury whatsoever, because injury is the bane of progress. But yeah, allow your elbows to travel back, get that deep stretch, and then explosively drive down. And tempo, once again, feeling really good about my tempo. Even as the set gets hard, a lot of times toward the end of sets, people will slack on their tempo, but don't do that. Make the first rep look as close to the last rep as you possibly can. And I really do believe that your results will start to exponentially increase when you're training. Oh, look at that grind. Results are going to go up when your training quality is on point. Another good tip for you. On the last rep, control the weight. Don't just let it willy-nilly kind of slam all over. One angle that's extremely hard to get is dumbbell lateral raises, but here we go. Felt like I was looking a little beefy, so I went ahead and took the long sleeve off.
But yeah, dumbbell lateral raises have been multiple times a week for me in this program. I'm really connecting with them well. As you can see here, I'm not doing a crazy full range of motion lateral raise, just a normal lateral raise and keeping a good pace, good tempo here. I don't lower it super slow, but I'm keeping a lot of tension on my muscles as I'm going through this movement. And another little intensity technique that I like to get into is going about intensifying with lengthened partials. So hitting a couple so hitting some reps in that lengthened position, like I'm doing here, just about halfway up, not quite as full of a range of motion, challenging your muscles in that stretch position. That's what's helped my shoulders blow up lately because I do feel like of any muscle group, I've seen some great shoulder gains over the past couple of months. But then we moved it right along. I did hit one bicep movement. I know I said push day, but I have extra bicep frequency and I'm hitting this Life Fitness preacher curl. And this is an old school machine, but it really, really hits my biceps well. And it's my favorite bicep piece at American Muscle Factory. Not my greatest angle here, but I was just recording with my iPhone and GorillaPod, so didn't have the actual tripod out and about. But once again, just controlling that lowering part of the range of motion, getting a deep stretch. I like to set the height up so that my armpits are right on the edge of that pad. And I'm really pushing hard here, guys. If you want to get results, you gotta push hard. You gotta push yourself to that next level if you're trying to grow. So, couple more reps here, working on once again adding another intensity technique, especially as my reps start to slow down. So you'll see me pushing really close to failure here to the point where I can't get many more reps with good form. I don't want to cheat. I want to keep my form on point, and the rep speed is just really slowing down to the point where I'm about to reach failure. So then what I'll do is I'll stay strapped in, stay with my hands on the handles, just give myself about 10 to 20 seconds here, catch my breath real quick, allow some of the metabolites to clear, and then I'm going right back in, finishing that set with some lengthened partials. Once again, this was kind of like the week where I added a lot of lengthened partials in as it's approaching the end of my mesocycle. So the grind hits you really quick here, and the squeeze is awesome on your biceps. Once again, a great intensity technique here. And that's what I have for the workout, guys.
Alrighty, guys, we made it back home. It's getting late, so I want to wrap this video up and just say thank you all so much for watching. Definitely feel free, if you took any tips from the push day at American Muscle Factory, let me know below. All those comments help with the engagements. And of course, if you have any questions, always down to field those and get that conversation going, because y'all know that I love talking training and just arguing in the comments in general. I dedicate way too much time toward bickering with random bots in the YouTube comments. A couple cool things on the way. Like I mentioned, my subscription training program on the app that I use to deliver programming to my clients. We are slowly but surely chipping away. So be on the lookout in future videos for that video to come through. My next video will be a talking head deep dive on an informational and maybe a combination between balancing life and the gym, because it's something that I'm feeling really good about these days. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure hit me with a like, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, share this video around, do all those YouTube things, whatever I might have missed. So I feel like the perfect YouTube outro may not exist. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching.